I want to dive a little bit deeper into how you should be pricing your services. Now, a lot of clients that I meet with, I ask them the question, how did you come up with the price that you're offering? And most of them will come back to me and say, well, I just thought of a price that I think that is reasonable. Now, if you have not put a strategy in terms of your pricing, what will happen is that ultimately you don't know how much gross profit you could drive and the opportunity is lost. What I encourage you to do is create a matrix and ask peers around you, maybe it's going to be your friends, your family, or people within your business, to get an idea of what the optimal pricing would be. Now, I don't like to compete on price. There are businesses out there that do it well, but they do it at scale. For most small businesses, what you want to compete on is value, the value that you deliver, and then you price based on that value and outcome. So, for example, you don't want a price that is too low. You have a price that is too low. One, you're competing against the larger guys that are able to deliver that at a high value and high quality. And if you stuff up a little bit, your margins are so razor thin, it means that you put yourself and your business at a lot of risk. Also, in the minds of your customers, are you attracting the ideal customers? Do you want the guys that have the money and have the intention to purchase based on value, or are you trying to attract the clients that are just going after the cheapest rate or the cheapest service or the cheapest product? Generally, what I find is those businesses that fight on price don't last a long time. Now, what I encourage you to do is try and find that happy medium between how far is too far in terms of pricing when someone is just going to basically not even look at it and say, that is so far that I wouldn't even purchase that. There's a middle point in there that you're delivering high value, and so your sales team and your copy and your ads or whatever it may be need to articulate the value. But then it needs to be at a point where you've got enough margin to deliver a high quality product or service, and it's still something it's still a price where a customer or a client is willing to accept. Now, this comes with time and testing. When I started my accounting firm, we were very, very low. And like most businesses, we take on every single client that we can. And what happens in turn is your pricing, it's not about pricing, it's about surviving at the start. Once you get a few clients on board, to give them a better outcome and a better service is that by ultimately giving them more time and giving yourself more margin, there isn't resentment in preparing or producing the product or the work or the service. And two, you have more time to actually deliver a better outcome. And so in this way, if you focus on value and then pricing around that, the gross profit and your profitability will be much, much better and your business will surge. So that's my tips around pricing. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below.